the kind of the background to the case. Now, as you guys know, I'm a Florida lawyer, a licensed Florida attorney. And so I went and pulled the records on this case. So we're going to go through, and I want you to guys see kind of the charges, the judge. And these are actually some lawyers that, some people that I've heard of on this case. So let's just dive right into it. And that body count says you'd been in a suitcase if it was shabusiness. Oof. I would need to be severely shabusinessed because even my legs alone would be hard to fit into a suitcase. Let me tell you right now. I've tried. But appreciate that. Appreciate that. All right. So here we go. State of Florida. This is 2020 CF 002-603AO. State of Florida versus Sarah Boone. Sarah Boone is, of course, the alleged suitcase killer. It is a criminal felony case. And the judge is Wayne Wooten. Here's Wayne. He's kind of intense look. I don't know. Like, do you guys kind of think he looks like Mr. Bean? I've met him in person, and he doesn't look like this that much, but I feel like this photo kind of makes him look like Mr. Bean. I don't know what you guys think about this. Like, does he have a celebrity look-alike other than Mr. Bean? I think that's got to be it. So, I mean, this is like Judge Bean in this case. And speaking of feed to the Gators, the judge is a Gator. He's a double Gator. He went for his bachelor's and his JD at the University of Florida, my alma mater for Juris Doctorate. So, he will definitely be fed to the Gators, both literally and figuratively, if she is found guilty. He's got a pretty good background. He was an assistant state attorney. He was a co-chair on the criminal law committee. So he's got some background in criminal law. He's not somebody who doesn't know about criminal law. He's been a judge for a while. So I have not met him, but I've heard of him. And he has a good reputation. So Judge Wooten has a good reputation with all the judges I can ask for. But I've never been in his courtroom, and I don't know him personally. But he does have a good reputation. Reputation of being a pretty clever guy, even though he looks like Mr. Bean. Yeah, you got to have a nickname for the judge. So this is going to be Judge Bean. So she's in front of Judge Bean. Now, her attorney is this guy, Frank Bankowitz. And this is why, let me tell you, the drama involving her attorney is why this trial could be crazier than Darrell Brooks. I'm going to say it one more time. You think Fort Grounds was bad? Crazy white women. It's going to get a whole lot worse. If you think a crazy white woman in front of Judge Bean, this is going to be pure comedy. I think. I'm telling you right now. Here's why. Let's drive in here. So you got this guy, Frank Bankowitz. On paper, he seems pretty legit, right? He went to Bernard College in 1970. He's been practicing since 1974, went to the University of Baltimore, and he's certified with the Fifth Circuit of Appeals and SCOTUS. However, here's the thing. Mr. Bankowitz kind of got in some trouble. In 2019, he got reprimanded for mishandling the client's post-conviction case. He failed to diligently pursue a post-conviction matter and failed to maintain adequate communication with the client. He also had another reprimand for failing to pay the IRS funds he withheld from his employees' wages for unemployment, Social Security, Medicare, and income taxes from 2011 to 2013. He did pay up, though. So he has been reprimanded. Which is not something you want to see from an attorney. When you're looking at an attorney that's been reprimanded, it's not perfect. Now, he could be a very competent attorney, given all that. I mean, people can make mistakes, particularly over a long career. And Awakening Bear says, yeah, he's probably 100 years old. Yeah, and he could make a case. And by the way, JG, Hope you feel better, man. Glad you made the chat. So that's the attorney on this side. Now, I don't know exactly which state attorneys are handling it on the state side. I will drill into that, and as soon as I find out, I guarantee I'm gonna know exactly who they are. And we might get some people you know. You might get Frank George again. Remember Casey Anthony Trowell? You might get Frank George. So what do we got here for the charges? We got second-degree murder, first-degree punishable by life. This is not a capital offense. They are not going for capital punishment on this. I actually think that's smart. She's already pled not guilty in 2020. So already pled not guilty to that charge. Now, what else has gone on? Well, a little something that leads me to believe that this is crazy. Isn't this her sixth lawyer? Yes. She has gone through a hell of a lot of attorneys. And I'm just going to go through here. You can kind of see it when you see it. So motion, this is her latest appointment of counsel for Bankowitz, right? There was a motion to withdraw, even from Bankowitz. So even Bankowitz tried to get out of this. You see right here, this is on, this is a recent order on December 27, 2022. Status hearing held. Defendant did not ask court to remove attorney. Defendant's motion to withdraw is hereby denied without prejudice. So what I think happened here was Frank tried to get out of it. Bankowitz tried to get out of it. And the defendant said, no, I don't want him to leave. So they kept him on the hook. It was too close to the trial, so they kept him on the hook. I think Bankowitz was trying to get out of this one. But if you look around and you look at the other motions, you see here, this is a firm that I'm actually familiar with, the Padilla law firm, and they actually have a good reputation in Orlando. This is their motion to withdraw. And this was like the fourth attorney. And this is very, very telling. Let's zoom in here real quick so you guys can see this. The undersigned is forced to withdraw as irreconcilable differences have arisen between the undersigned and the defendant that would have made it impossible for the undersigned to effectively represent his client. As always, it is difficult to convey all the particulars to the court and at the same time maintain all duties. Because if you give away the secrets, then that could damage your client, and you have a duty not to damage your client, even your past clients. And Darth, I agree. This bitch is cray-cray, which this is showing this. Like, they would tell you, but what she's probably doing is straight up lying to her attorneys and telling her attorneys to repeat the lies in court. And they know they have a duty of candor, and they don't want to do it. Right? Saying, you guys have to lie in court. I'm telling you this is a lie, but lie for me anyways. And they're saying, no, we're not going to do that. Because they know. They know they could be fucked after this. This is a reputation on the line as criminal defense attorneys. So undersigned's relationship with defendant has become adversarial. The aforementioned adversarial relationship has interfered with undersigned's counsel's ability to effectively represent his client, especially preparing for trial. Is deteriorated to the point where undersigned counsel can no longer give effective aid in the fair representation of Ms. Boone's defense. This motion is in compliance with Florida Judicial Administrative Rule 2.505 and Rule 4-1.16, where the attorney-client relationship has deteriorated to the point where counsel can no longer give effective aid in a fair presentation of the defense. Undersigned appreciates the court providing him with the opportunity to amend his previously filed motion of withdrawal. However, after researching the issue, undersigned is still in the belief that the specifics of the adversarial relationship may disclose information that may prejudice his client and will such stand mute on the specifics. The motion is made in good faith for the reasons stated above. And I think that's very, very, very smart. File with, David Fear. So I will check out to see if David Fear is actually on the case. That might just be the one they're filing with, though. but by Padilla in service to them. And Padilla was removed as our attorney. So you see this pattern right now of withdrawal, 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 withdrawal. Also, going through here, some things popped out. Just skimming through the docket here. Per the court, motion to appoint forensic psychiatric expert. Very interesting. Could it be because this bitch cray? Could it be? Could that be the defense? Are they going for that as a defense? Then also the Me Too motion to appoint domestic violence psychologist expert. What was going on here? Who's going to claim DV? Is she going to claim DV? Is she going to shout Me Too? Is she going to try for insanity and DV at the same time? The ultimate Amber Heard. Spoiler, this bitch is crazy. No, I mean, for sure. And we'll watch the video again. And you guys can tell me at the end, what you guys think. But I think that these motions, particularly to appoint the forensic psychologist to assist the defense, this does not look good. But it looks like it's going to be a fantastically entertaining trial. This is going to be a great one to watch, I will say. In terms of listening to the experts explain how crazy this woman is, I think it should be good. Goalie says, do you know 1/3 of the women are diagnosed as crazy, which is even wilder when you realize 2/3 are running around and dying. Oh, shit. That's too good.